knew that popcorn buckets could be pop culture gold? Forget overpriced tickets and gamble-worthy movies. Theaters are raking in some serious dough with these creative collectibles. With movie studios taking a huge chunk of ticket sales, forcing theaters to have high prices for both tickets and concession stand items, going to the movies easily could cost you around $50. And with the lack of quality that we've seen released, why would anyone want to go to the theaters? But theaters have found a new way to generate revenue and quite possibly draw people back in. Licensed popcorn buckets is nothing new for theaters, and they have been available for years, and mainly were either in plastic or tin with an eye-catchy design. AMC and Disney are credited with starting the trend in 2019 with a limited edition R2-D2 popcorn bucket. It sold out faster than you could say, "May the Force be with you." And now theaters are locked in a battle for epic collector supremacy. Now, me personally, I live between a Regal and a Cinemark and totally missed out on the R2-D2 popcorn bucket. Luckily, they're still fairly cheap online from secondhand sellers. Now, the origins of the collectible buckets actually goes back to 2017 when Disney partnered with Cinemark and released the group popcorn bucket for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And while we only saw this group bucket, not bad, in theaters around here, I was still picking up the plastic and tin buckets and the matching cup as they came available for comic book movies and horror movies if they were available. But in 2019, I first discovered something really freaking awesome, and I had to get my hands on it. Co-podcaster, frequent guest, Mick Manhattan of the Scene Snobs was at a screening for Ghostbusters Afterlife, and he posted a picture of him and his son with an Ecto-1 popcorn bucket, which I really wanted. And originally this video was talking about all the goodness of toys that came out in the 80s and all the different toy lines that came out, and ones I had and the ones I didn't have. The real Ghostbusters toy line is one that I never had, and I always wanted an Ecto-1.
Ghostbusters! Okay, where are those ghosts? Yo! They're everywhere! I'll reel this one into Ecto-1. Basement! Where are ghosts? Zazzle!
The real Ghostbusters, each sold separately. From Kenner.
We ain't afraid of no ghosts. Yuck!
The craze had not swept the masses yet, as I saw this show up in various collectible holiday pop-up shops, and they were still reasonably priced. In fact, they're still reasonably priced today online from secondhand sellers. Now, the collecting madness really didn't start to take shape until we saw the return of Scream in 2022. AMC released generic Scream buckets and cups, which vanished in days and skyrocketed in price online. And 1 month later, AMC released the Batman popcorn bucket, which was his cowl that popped open at the top, and it was followed a few months later by the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness popcorn vessel. Now, we wouldn't see collecting madness take hold like a zombie apocalypse until 1 year later when Cinemark brought collecting popcorn buckets to a new level. 1 month prior to the release of Scream 6, Cinemark announced that they had released Scream buckets, cups, and a plushie in theaters early. Scream fans traveled hours to their closest Cinemark to buy these collectibles, which sold out in a matter of days, if not less than that. Prices soared online once again, and Cinemark took notice and shortly after announced a pre-order option available online for the cups, buckets, and plushies. Now, I rejoiced when I saw that because all of those scalpers, and you know who you are out there if you're watching this video, shame on you. who went out there and hoarded all these buckets and doubled the price and tripled the price, now got screwed because Cinemark was now offering it online. Since then, we have seen the expansion of buckets being released, from Transformers to Fast and the Furious, Mean Girls, and Barbie. The list goes on, and many in the mainstream are starting to catch on, especially after the release of Doom 2's popcorn bucket that looks like, yeah. Convenient that it was released right before King Kong, too. Now, Ryan Reynolds teased us about the Deadpool popcorn bucket that's going to come out. Oh my god, just as I was about to post this up on YouTube, the Deadpool popcorn buckets have dropped, and here's what they look like, as well as some other popcorn buckets at CinemaCon recently, including this epic alien xenomorph head popcorn bucket that slips over your arm. Oh my god, I can't wait to get that one. You know that's going to sell fast, so be on the lookout for it. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the history, so let's dive into all of the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire popcorn merch that has come out, starting with the buckets that I did not buy. Regal released this bucket and cup combo for $30, and I was tempted to get it because the art in person is beautiful. The cup came with one of 4 toppers, Slimer, a Ghost Trap, Mini Stay Puft Man, and a Ghostbusters logo. They also had a Stay Puft popcorn bowl for kids, which is essentially the same one as the Kung Fu Panda 4 one. Also online, they had a Firehouse tin for $11.95. The latter two are still available. Now, Cinemark offered a cool neon green Slimer bucket for $15 and a matching cup for $7.50. I saw this at the Cinemark theaters. It stands out, but it wasn't as nice as the Regal one, so if I was going to get a tin bucket, it would have been the Regal one, but I passed on both. Online, they have the Ghostbusters Slimer 16-ounce double wall cup for $14.99. AMC Theater offered a Slimer popcorn bucket online for $19.99 that looked a lot like the Cinemark popcorn bucket. This bucket was quickly discontinued when people started receiving them, and it did not look anything like the bucket that was advertised. So the value of it should be going up because there's a limited amount of those available. So let's move on to the ones that I did buy, starting with the first one from Cinemark, and it is an online exclusive going for $34.99. It is the Ecto-1, and I'm finally going to get a chance to own my own Ecto-1 and put it on display. But what sucks is that this bucket doesn't ship to August 1st, so it looks pretty. I don't know if it's going to be awesome, so what I had to do is I went out there and I finally bought the Afterlife popcorn bucket from AMC, and that is what we're going to take a look at and do a little bit of a comparisons for it. We're going to take a look at this Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto-1, which I recently purchased for this video, and it is pretty cool because the lights do go on. That is something that the new Frozen Empire one does not do, unless I'm surprised and it says it on the package when I get it in September or later, Cinemark. So let's pop this guy open. So it's not brand new, it is from a secondhand seller. Like I said, it is fairly cheap to get these still. And it is pretty damn cool. It's got this little cover on there to protect the pieces that are breakable. Plastic feels just about the same as 2 of those killer clowns we looked at last week. Now, this is poorly aged, because it just looks like it has some brush strokes on here. Actually, it really does look like paintbrush strokes on here to kind of make it look old. Now, I did see somebody online that actually went and weathered it so that it looked more like the one from the movies. Does not roll. Lights are supposed to come on. I don't know how to do that, and it probably needs some batteries, but I'm not concerned about the lights coming on or not, so if it don't open, the lights don't come on, that's fine. Let's see. There's how it opens. So this is pretty cool. I'm so stoked to have an Ecto-1 in my collection. So if the lights don't work, no big deal. I am fine with that. Don't need them to work. It says it's supposed to work on the box though. But this is pretty neat. So finally, Ecto-1 is in the collection. And I think maybe one of these shelves here is going to look like all popcorn buckets, because I got a Barbie one too. I don't know if I'll have it on display there, but hey, it's a popcorn bucket, and it's the Corvette. Cinemark also released the Slimer holding the popcorn bag with the Cinemark logo on it. This was $25. At first, I was a little iffy. It's like, I don't know if I want to get it. It does not glow in the dark, but there's something cool that we can do with this, so we'll talk about that shortly. And, yeah. It's pretty massive when it comes to holding popcorn in there. Now, I didn't put popcorn in there, I just bought it because I don't want to ruin the inside of this. It's pretty neat. Regal released a ghost trap for $24.99, which is still available. And here it is. Now, haven't opened it yet, so we'll pop this baby open. Ruining the package. Usually I don't like to do that, but I don't have scissors down here. Okay. Damn it, no smell on this one either. You do got a danger sign here, so danger, high volt. Oh, well, the sticker's kind of peeling off, so I didn't know if that was something that was supposed to be a part of this or not. Danger, high voltage, electric shock hazard, remove, power before repair. And just all right. So yeah, okay. Some realism there, I guess. All right, so we got some plastic here. I don't have a cutter. Alright, so there we go. Pops open. We got the handle inside. This one's sealed pretty good too. I don't know why we had to put a bag inside of a bag, but hey, whatever. Toss that to the side there. So you gotta put this one together. Kind of flimsy. We got some moving dials here. Doesn't really do much. Does roll, unlike the Ecto one, so that's pretty nice. $25 isn't bad. Wow, trap doesn't stay closed. That kind of stinks. Oh, there we go. Got it to close. Press here to lock trap. So that's what I did. All right, perfect. 2 stickers. I should have read it first. All right, so we got 2 stickers there to advise that you have to lock it. Got some more dials here on the side that turn. Dials in the front. Some of them turn, not all of them. We got this little red button here, sticker there. And that says, let's see. Helps if I have it not upside down. Trap opening switch. There we go. It's not the red button. The red button just brings your notice to it. Your attention to it. Okay. Not bad at all. Now we're going to talk about the AMC Ghost Trap, which was available in the theaters. Sold out very quickly there. It's going for $10 more. And they made it available online for a single day pre-order. Not like Cinemark, which gave you 4 weeks or 6 weeks, however long it was. A single day. I get up really early. I logged on to buy it. There was a line of 200 people waiting to get into the online store. It's like, nope, I'll try back a little later. 500 people were waiting for it. So it's safe to say within a few hours of its release for pre-order online, they were gone. Fortunately for me, I didn't get caught up finding one that was double in price. I found a secondhand seller that was only selling it for $45, which is $10 more than what it was originally going with. And then they had the shipping included, so I brought it up to around $65. So I had to pay for shipping with AMC, so an extra $10 for this strap, I had to get it. Now, instantly, there is a massive weight difference between these two. This thing is heavy as hell. There is also a slightly different size difference between the two. This one is a little bit bigger. Rolls just like the other one. Has the popcorn bucket on top of it, so you can throw all the popcorn in there. And that is for a reason, because it lights up. And let's see where that light up switch is. Ah, there it is. So you're not going to see it very well here in this. Oh, look at that. Got hopefully you can see it. I'll bring it a little bit closer. We have the Ghostbusters logo on the side. So what's cool about this is not like what they did with Ghostbusters 2, where they changed the logo for it and gave them a 2. And with this movie here, you have the frosted over Ghostbusters logo. This is the original Ghostbusters logo. So pretty damn awesome. When it comes to the 2, I'm definitely getting a lot more popcorn in this one. So $10 more for a light and a bigger bucket is definitely worth it if that's what you want to do with it. It's got some weight to it. And here's the cool thing that you can do with it. You can pop in your Slimer and light him up. Now, it's not going to show up on camera that well, but yeah. So I can light this guy up now. And I don't have to worry about modifying it to put a little light in there. So combine the two together to win, definitely. Alright, so let's take this out. Let's see what we got here when it comes to comparison. So, looking at the sides of both in regards to details, traps are different. So we have our lines, we have a little dial on this side, we have our lines and a different dial. In the front, very similar in the front. Other side looks pretty much the same, and then the backs a little different in the color choices. So I bought the Regal one because I had a fear that I was not going to be able to get my hands on this one here. Fortunately I did. Do I regret having both of them? No, because it's popcorn bucket madness. These are awesome buckets, so I'll have 2 Ecto ones, one from each film. I'll have 2 of these ghost traps because, hey, there's 2 in the movie, or there's more than 1 in the movie. And maybe I'll modify this one to look like the RC remote control car one, or maybe toss on a, what is that called? Wait a minute. Hold on here. We got lights, people. We got lights, so lights up too. Lights up when it's open. Let's see if I can close it off now. Lights go off when it's closed. Just felt a little tab there and I pulled on and I saw a flicker of light. Didn't know it lit up. Yeah, so maybe what I'll do is maybe even get a drone, build a drone around it, make it look a little bit more like from the Frozen Empire film. This one is definitely heavier, far superior. I love it. We got Slimer, we got Ecto 1. Now the Ecto 1 that's coming from Cinemark for Frozen Empire is a clean one. It doesn't have the aging marks and brush strokes on it, so I really don't like that about the Afterlife one, so thank God I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it because it doesn't look that great. So hands down, when it comes down to these buckets here, I'm going to rank them. So at number 1 is the AMC popcorn bucket with light. At number 2, I am going to say it is Slimer with the Cinemark popcorn bag. We'll bring in Ecto for number 3 because I know it's going to be a lot cleaner than what this looks like. And then we'll throw the Regal one at number 4 because it's okay. It does a little light, doesn't hold that much popcorn compared to these other ones. It's only 25 bucks, so hey. Okay, so gotta ask you, am I the only crazy one that's going out there buying popcorn buckets? I don't think so. Maybe 4 Ghostbusters is a little bit crazy, or a 5th one once it comes in September, Cinemark. It better be here in September. I'm going to get some nasty complaints on a video that won't do anything, but better be here in September. Do you buy any popcorn buckets? Now that these are out, I don't really want to own the tin ones anymore, even if they're nice looking, because these are so much cooler. So I know there's some upcoming ones for Planet of the Apes, there's Deadpool, there's going to be some Beetlejuice ones. There's some really cool ones that I'm expecting to come out for these movies that I'll add to the collection, unless they're really lame looking. Like, look, Dune 2, that worm one, yeah. No, I wasn't going to buy it just for that reason, right? Some of y'all did, but I wasn't going to buy it for that reason. I got kids here, and I don't need them looking at any of that type of stuff. Well, in this day and age is a cell phone. So I'm going to change the subject. I don't even want to talk about that. Anyway, so these are cool. Going to add it to the collection again. Maybe in the coming weeks I'll play around with the shelves behind me, so some of these are displayed so you can see them in future videos. And don't forget to stick around for our discussion on how horror and sound comes together with Raycon. As a horror film nerd, when I am looking to capture the thrills and chills of the movie theater experience at home, nothing is more important than setting the atmosphere with quality sound. And if I can't watch in my home theater because of the sounds of chainsaws and people screaming or waking up the neighbors and calling them to call the cops, I need a pair of earbuds that not only captures the experience but also picks up all the small details in the film that you will not hear with standard earbuds or headphones.
Showtime!
I know what you're thinking. You don't need to spend money on earbuds when you can go out there and get a $10 pair of earbuds. I was the same way. That is until I plugged in a pair of Raycons to listen to some music, and I was blown away from the immersive sound that only further highlighted what I was listening to. So I decided to put Raycon to the test, harking back to my Blockbuster and Best Buy days with the movie Joyride.
Girls, show them.
What are we supposed to show?
You're a fan of Cardi B, right?
Yeah. Is she here?
No, not the comedy from 2023, but the 2001 film about when two brothers go across country to pick up a girl, but decide to play a prank on a random truck driver. But when that prank goes wrong and a man ends up dead, that truck driver ends up kidnapping the girl and sets a fatal trap where somebody is not walking out alive. You may have seen this film before, but did you truly experience the tension that is built up through sound? You wouldn't have if you didn't have quality speakers, and here are some of the things that you missed that you can put Raycon to the test for too. There are smaller sounds like the latch of a wooden door as it's opened. And then we see Venom pulling pins from her chair and dropping them on the carpet while struggling to free her hands from the tape. The sound of a gunshot echoing throughout the room. These are all little details that you cannot hear if you do not have a quality set of earbuds. These earbuds are sure to satisfy any audiophile looking to get lost in a viewing experience, or listening to music, or just being lazy and needing to answer a phone call instead of pulling out your phone from your pocket. Now don't tell Jen that I've switched away from her present that she got me last year of another brand's earbuds that cost almost 3 times the amount of these Raycons, but the comfort level, the ease of use, and the sound quality is perfect for me. And you can switch too by using the code NERDBOX in the link in the description below, and you'll get 15% off of your first pair of Raycons. So definitely go and check them out. Put them to the test. Try out Joyride. Try out War of the Worlds, the scene where we have the airplanes flying over the mountain. You'll be surprised on how great these actually are. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Crypts. Appreciate having you here. And until the next episode, see you.